The IRS just got the go-ahead to snoop through your Coinbase account without telling you. Yeah, they're watching and you probably had no idea. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Germany's jumping into crypto with one of its biggest banks. The SEC suddenly wants to play nice. China is pushing a crypto stablecoin to beat the dollar, and many more wild stories of last week. Hey, I'm Steve from BeAWhale, and this is your weekly crypto news recap. It's been a wild ride, and trust me, the biggest jaw droppers are waiting at the end, so stick around to be in the loop of Web3. Finally, Washington's actually talking about crypto, and this time it's for real. They're dedicating a whole week in July just to focus on it, calling it Crypto Week. And yeah, it is kind of a big deal. They'll be debating stablecoins, specifically who should police the space, the SEC or the CFTC, and how to finally set some real ground rules for exchanges. Why now? Because last year was a mess. Big crypto firms collapsed, investors bailed, and lawmakers realized, okay, we probably need to fix this. If they get it right, this could be a turning point. More trust, less chaos, and maybe even some serious institutional money flowing back in. Big shift happening here. Paul Atkins, head of the SEC, says they are done playing whack-a-mole with crypto companies. No more chasing them down one by one. So what now? They want to set clear rules that everyone can follow. He also said he supports tokenization. That means turning real stuff like houses or stocks into digital versions on the blockchain, making everything faster, cheaper, and safer. That's a huge signal. The SEC might finally stop fighting crypto and start supporting the tech behind it. If that sticks, we could see more big banks, big companies, hell, even Wall Street start jumping in. China's tech giants like Tencent and Ant Group want to roll out their own stablecoins, but not backed by the US dollar. These would be tied to Chinese yuan. And why should you care? Right now, almost every major stablecoin runs on the dollar. If China builds a solid digital yuan, it gives other countries a way to move money without going through US banks. That is huge. It's not just about crypto, it's China making a serious play to chip away at the dollar's grip on global finance. We might see more and more varieties of stablecoins launching soon. If you're serious about building in Web3, don't go it alone. At BeAWhale, we don't just code, we strategize, design, and scale blockchain projects that are secure, scalable, and actually make sense in the real world. From smart contracts to full dApps, we help turn crypto ideas into living, breathing ecosystems. Want your crypto product to last longer than a market cycle? Well, let's build it together. Germany's fourth largest bank just got the green light to offer crypto trading and custody by 2026. Yes, one of Europe's biggest banks is going full crypto. Why is that a big deal? Because it shows what clarity can do. Germany's got solid crypto regulations in place, and now their banks are stepping in. Meanwhile, the US is still arguing over who's in charge. Germany's moving, Europe's catching up fast, and maybe even getting ahead. Kind of ironic. Peter Thiel supports new bank for crypto startups after Silicon Valley Bank went under. A lot of crypto startups were left stranded, nowhere to park their money, no real support. But now, Peter Thiel's backing a brand new bank built just for crypto and tech companies. Why does that matter? Because builders need reliable banks to grow. If this one works, it could be a game changer, finally giving Web3 startups a legit place to build without getting blocked just for being in crypto. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to support us by leaving a like and subscribing. It helps us grow and make sure that you don't miss any of the biggest stories out there. One of the developers behind Tornado Cash is now on trial. The US government says his code helped bad actors launder stolen crypto. But here's the thing, his defense is simple. I just wrote the code, I didn't use it to break any laws. This case is huge. If devs can get punished just for publishing open source code, it could scare people away from building privacy tools altogether, and that is a problem. This one hits close because it's not just about crypto, it's about your personal data. The US Supreme Court just ruled that the IRS can access Coinbase user info without needing to notify you or prove that you did anything wrong. Here's what happened. The case started when a Coinbase user challenged an IRS summons that demanded data on thousands of users who made transactions over $20,000 between 2013 and 2015. He argued it was a privacy overreach. But the court said no, basically ruling that the IRS doesn't have to ask permission or show probable cause. So what does this mean for you? If you're trading on centralized exchanges like Coinbase, the IRS can peek into your account, grab your data, and you might never even know. It's a wake-up call for anyone who thought crypto was private by default. It's not. This could drive more people towards decentralized exchanges, privacy wallets, or privacy-focused coins like Monero or Zcash. Celsius just got the green light to sue Tether for $4 billion. They claim Tether dumped nearly 40,000 BTC in a fire sale without warning and tanked the market, all to protect itself. If this case goes Celsius's way, it could shake up how stablecoins are handled, bringing in way tougher rules across the board. A new Solana staking ETF launched on July 2nd and pulled in $12 million in inflows on its first day. ETF also hit $33 million in trading volume. Texas passes a law saying gold and silver are legal money. It's mostly a statement, but it shows people want backup plans if the dollar loses value. Other states might follow. Connecticut just banned state agencies from using or investing in crypto. That is the opposite of what Texas is doing. It might slow down crypto use in government, but it shows how divided the US still is. Ripple wants to be a US bank. They say it will help people trust their new stablecoin and make it easier to work with regulators. If they get the license, it could be a big step toward blending crypto and regular banking. So how's the crypto world feeling? It's a bit mixed. On one side, we've got progress like ETFs, new banks, and serious talks in Congress. On the other, they are worried about privacy and government overreach. But here's the bottom line. Crypto is growing up. Big names are jumping in, laws are being written, and change is happening fast. That's all for today's Wild Crypto Ride. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let me hear your thoughts. We read and respond to every single comment. I'm Steve from BeAWhale. Stay sharp, stay excited, and see you next week.